So I put a post up on my IG page. I think it was last night. And it was basically just talking about how um, sometimes you got something specific about you that is just gonna outshine through, around other people. I mean, you might get around people and you you still shining bright, but it's other people around that's shining as bright as you, right? And it ain't no competition. I mean, because people who shine bright tend to recognize each other, tend to, gravitate towards one another, conversation, networking, whatever the case may be. And that's cool. But sometimes there's some people in the room and, at first they like, was shining, but then when you came, yours was a little brighter than theirs. And I mean, in actuality, same situation. You're not in no competition. It's just the fact that your shine is brighter than this person's, right? And so for this person, had this shine for all this period of time, and now your shine is kind of outshining them. So it's like they still got their shine, but your shine kind of got everybody's attention. Everybody kind of draw to you or whatever the case may be. And people tend to don't like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like at the end of the day, I don't really understand why it has to be a problem when you are literally not trying to be the person who's trying to outshine anybody. You just being yourself. And when you being yourself and it just happens to outshine other people, that's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? That is not your fault. And I don't want nobody out there to think that it's your fault that things may happen to you because of, you being who you are. I know for a long time I battled a lot of things about me because a lot of the stuff that I heard, I was aggressive, I was loud. When I drunk a lot, I used to be called a drunk. And so all of these things I used to, especially with family. Family used to be like, you just like your father. Rest in peace, Melvin. Right? And so family members would be like, you just like your father. And for whatever reason they say it, don't necessarily mean that it's negative. I mean, because my father was a cool motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He came in the room, everybody knew he was in the room. You know what I'm saying? And so his light used to shine bright too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure, God rest his soul, if me and him can have a couple conversations, I'm pretty sure he will feel where I'm coming from, with this message as well. And so my father's light would shine and people would know he was there and he would have attention to people. And, in my situation, I'm in a situation where, there's another individual and they feel like they light not being shined on. And so I'm the person who's overshadowing their light. And now they've grown to the point where they just don't want to deal with the shit no more. They don't like it. You know what I'm saying? They want to do something about it. And so they go about trying to unshine my light in a way where now it's kind of coming out where you, kind of all of the signs and all of the hints are turning to you specifically. And I battled with it for like a week because maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. I battled with it because in my mind it's like, I never intentionally disrespect people. I never intentionally, do things to people to, make them feel a certain type of way. I'm the type of motherfucker where, my cloth is a little different just because of how I was raised and how I grew up and where I grew up. You know what I mean? And I had a different background from a lot of people, because I remember I was saying a story one time, and again, this is one of these stories where I'm around this person and my light is shining. You know what I'm saying? When I was in junior high school, my brother was in high school. My mother wanted to, fulfill her dream of being happy. She found a man. She moved out. She rolled out. She moved out of our house, and me and my brother had a 3-bedroom townhouse upstairs. Grandma was downstairs, had her own fully furnished situation, apartment, living room, dining room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom. I mean, grandma was set. But upstairs we had a whole house to ourselves. And I mean, like again, I was in junior high school, my brother was in high school, and there's no lie. I mean, sometimes I'm thinking about ways that I can start this series called the Green Door Chronicles, because it's gonna be great, because it'll tell you a lot of stories and a lot of situations I've been in. And with this situation, the light is shining, because it's like, dang, you and your brother had a house by yourself? Pretty much, nigga. We had a house by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We sold drugs. We got it in. You know what I'm saying? Man, we had a ball. We had a ball, man. Green Door, man. We had a motherfucking ball. And so some people will look at that life experience like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga welling. He welling like shit. And it's like, I'm not built that way. I'm not built to necessarily wail or lie about what I've done. Like I don't really see the point in. I'm at that age now where I don't really see the point in, having to lie about my past. You know what I'm saying? And so with a story like that, that's the type of story of many stories that I may have that may outshine somebody else's story, or may outshine somebody else's upbringing if they told somebody how they was raised or brought up, or whatever the case may be. And like I say, I may have other stories, but just a particular situation like that where your past, where your life experiences are outshining other people. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be motherfuckers that can give me stories about them, and I'm gonna be like, God damn, for real, Slim? And I'm not gonna automatically think you welling. The only way, I would look at you any different is if somebody can verify that story is false, and if I know that this person is, verified, stand up, official, and they be like, oh, this nigga right here, oh, that nigga told you that? Oh, nah, he's some bullshit. That nigga, nah, this what happened. That's when I gotta look at you like, for real. And so when you hear stories, or when you hear like past life experiences from other people that feel like you've diminished their life, they stories gonna be a little far-fetched. They gonna be, like, nigga, for real? And then you ain't gonna automatically assume a nigga lying, but you like, nigga, what? I mean, if somebody tell you that in one case, they was a nerd in school, they got bullied and got beat up and this, that, and the third, and in the same day, a motherfucker turn around, yeah, but you know what? Me and my boys, man, we was the Geek Squad. Man, we end up motherfucking forming a vigilante group, and we start beating up the bullies. Man, come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. What is all that for? And you take it even a step further, not just with the frivolous stories and life experiences, you know what I'm saying? You go even more, frivolously to assassinate a person's character and, go behind their back and do sucker shit. I mean, listen, I feel like at the end of the day, that's not something that I'm ever going to be able to do, and I'm not going to be able to explain why people do that. But I think my whole point of this talk was, you have to not allow yourself to get thrown off track because somebody else can't handle your motherfucking life, Joe. And I mean, that could be at work. That can be, in your family. That can be in your relationship. That could be in your friends. It could be wherever. You know what I'm saying? Because your light is going to shine regardless of what situation you're in. You know what I'm saying? Depending on if you, out and about, or you over your man house, y'all chilling. If you around family, the cookout. I mean, it's just who you are, your spirit, what you bring to the earth is gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I mean, you may walk into a scene, or what's up, chat? What's good? And that's just you. Other people may walk in and they might get one, hey, what's going on? And that's it. You can't be mad at that. You gotta just take. Every situation ain't gonna be the same. I mean, every situation not gonna be the same. And hopefully, you're not that motherfucker that when you go somewhere, you got the one dap up. And if you are, I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, I don't understand how that feels. You know what I'm saying? But if you are that person, I can understand how it would make you, feel some type of way if you see another motherfucker that you say you cool with, and you see them and they walking and motherfuckers dapping them up, they saying what's up, and then you like board the sideline, hey, like this bitch ass nigga right here. And then when he walk up on you, like, oh yeah, what's up, Slim? Nah, come on, man. You can't do that, man. You cannot do that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how the bullshit starts. That's how the bullshit starts, when people start thinking about stuff behind their back, you know what I'm saying, internally, about you. You know what I'm saying? When I say behind the back, I mean with that behind the back mentality. Now you on the, on the back, on the side of, Yeah, this bitch ass nigga. Now you getting these fucked up thoughts now. And so now I'm feeling the vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm totally feeling the vibe because it's a situation that's happened and your name all over it. So now I've done my due diligence. You know, people done come to me, told me shit. I still ain't really, approached you about it. But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I think the reason why I haven't approached the situation because it doesn't weigh any merit. And I feel like it took me, like I say, couple weeks, you know what I'm saying, to really, really like maybe like yesterday, really getting it. Like really, like, fuck that shit. Like, let that motherfucker do what they do. Let them have their time, let them have their shine. And just, eliminate your dealings with that person, eliminate, cut off, dissolve, subtract, all that, whatever you need to do, and continue to focus on you. You know what I'm saying? Because now your light is starting to diminish a little bit because you letting this motherfucker, get you all balanced by thinking, why the fuck this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Or why the fuck this bitch, why she coming at me? You cannot let people off your, you cannot let people get you off your axis, man. Your axis is that motherfucker that's helping you pivot every day. You can't let nobody get that motherfucker all balanced. You know what I'm saying? Because if they do, it's like you literally letting them, not just diminish your life, but now you letting them take a little bit of what's naturally you away from you, meaning that you shutting down or you miss, you misjudging yourself, or you like second questioning yourself, and like, second guessing yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, don't do that. Don't second guess yourself. Don't get off your axis. Stay on your motherfucking axis. Stay on point and keep doing what the fuck you do, because that's what you do. That's the only thing you can do is continue to be yourself, and it is what it is. Now don't get me wrong. It's still going to, have you in a mindset where, everybody not as loyal as you. Everybody not set up like you, right? And so you still can be cordial. You still can say you got some type of relationship with these different people. And again, it could be family member, it can be co-worker, it could be, associate, somebody that you just, anything, you know what I'm saying? And it does not mean just because you do not, fully agree with their lifestyle, their views, what they do, how they live, you still can be cordial with them and, oh, what's up, dog? Ain't shit. Hey, oh, what's going, yeah, whoop, whoop, and that's it. You don't give them too much. You just give them the basic Joe Basic, right? And so you still can do that. You still can be, proactive with continuing to let your light shine. You don't ever want to get to the point. And I'm not going to lie, I have recently been caught off guard, and I found myself kind of getting off my axis. You know what I'm saying? Now don't get it twisted. I already got other shit that I'm dealing with. I already got other shit, that I got my mind on. Finances, family, okay, job, trying to start this new business, doing a podcast, this platform, trying to, get my YouTube, list visuals up. And I got so much shit that I'm working on in my head, but I'm still trying to, keep everything balanced. And it's not an easy, formula to keep everything balanced. But at the end of the day, you got to keep your shit balanced and keep going and keep doing what you're doing. You cannot let somebody get you off your shit just because they mad or they hating at you, or, they hating on you, mad that you got this shine and that they don't have. And don't get me wrong, just because that person might not have that shine that you got doesn't mean that they can't develop their own and allow theirs to be even brighter than what it is now. And I feel like I'm at that point in my life where, my shine wasn't always the brightest shine. I wasn't always, whatever, but I think I've gotten to a place where I've understood who I am, and I'm understanding where my lane is, and now I am absolutely comfortable in my motherfucking lane, right? And if, somebody else can't underdig, how I'm feeling in my lane, they wouldn't, because they not in my lane. They not, They don't have that life experience that I have. They haven't been through what I've been through. And don't get me wrong, people have been through shit. But I'm speaking for myself specifically. You have not been through what I've been through. You have not put your feet in my shoes to see how I've navigated to this point. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about people that try to diminish your life, you got to think about that very thing. Like, how hard and how strong have you fought to even get to where you are now? You might not be where the fuck you want to be. You might not be fully satisfied. Your contempt, you know what I'm saying? Your contentment level for where you are is very high. Like, you are content. You like, man, you know what? I'm alright. At the end of the motherfucking day, I ain't out here on the street. I ain't sleeping on, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got everybody, but you alright though. You know what I'm saying? You are fully, you are fully happy, right? But you know and understand how blessed you are. You know what I mean? Like, you could be way more fucked up than you are right now. So you are fully embraced in that you're happy with what you got. You know what I'm saying? You have to be. Because God don't give you more unless you happy with what the fuck you got. And so you all right with what you got. You know what I'm saying? You handle it, you do it, but you still got your worries, you still got your up and downs, you still got your thoughts, you still got all that. So, your light is still shining, but you got to navigate and, you know what I'm saying, do all of this shit. But when you get this other extracurricular activity on your other side, you looking like, man, what the fuck? Bitch ass nigga. Come on, Slim. It'll throw you off your game, especially if you know you haven't warranting any of this type of feelings or activity towards you, because if for real, it don't make sense. I mean, when this shit happens, it's not gonna make sense at all. I mean, it's not gonna make sense at all why somebody would want to try to, and I see this shit happening every day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's homie, whether it's whatever it is always somebody out there, trying to, I don't like to use the word hate, but they trying to diminish your shine. Don't let a motherfucker diminish your shine, man. Keep shining, man. Keep pushing, man. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm coming to y'all because I felt like I needed to hear this shit myself. So I wanted to record it and share it with y'all because I feel like it may help you too, because somebody out there might be going through exactly what I'm going through. I spoke to a young lady not too long ago, and I mentioned a situation about my job. And she responded like, damn, I am literally going through some of the same similar shit at my job. And I was just like, for real? She was like, yeah, it's some bullshit, but it is what it is. And I mean, she said it so fast, and in my mind, I was like, yep, it is what it is. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You can't please everybody, and everybody ain't gonna like you. And I mean, what's the old saying? Everybody can't go. Everybody here for a reason or a season, and then they gone. You know what I'm saying? Some people come back, some people, stay gone, some people, you see them again or whatever. And that's it's a reason for all that. And so it's also a reason why you can't let these people diminish your shine. You know what I'm saying? You've worked so hard to build your shine up to the point where it is now. You don't want to allow anybody to diminish that, because now you got to work triple harder to try to get it back where it was and then keep going. So, my message is, don't let anybody, try to, diminish your shine, man. Attack your character. You know who you are. Of course, as a human being, as a person, some of your first thoughts is, man, I should fuck this motherfucker up, bitch ass nigga. Right? That's your, like, you bitch ass, like, man, this nigga, man. And because people don't know you. People don't really know you like they think they do. Like, they know your name, they know your face. Oh, what's up, champ? But they don't know you, and they don't know that you may be a straight gorilla. You know that you a motherfucking savage, and that you will motherfucking put a hurting on their motherfucking ass that they wouldn't even understand. And they don't need to, because they don't even need to see you like that, because it's not that serious. Unless it involves, personal injury, your family, you, with them touching you, bodily harm, shit like that, yeah, then you go ape shit on their ass, and then you look at them, and while you fucking them up, you look at them. You bitch ass nigga, fuck you thought this was, nigga. But in this case, it's just words. It's just, them trying to blow out your candle, so to speak. And, people gonna try it. Just deal with it. Compartmentalize that shit. If that's the right phrase. Compartmentalize. I think that's it. Compartmentalize. Yeah, there you go. And you just, you deal with that shit. You smoke. You drink. You do what you need to do. And you get back and you shine bright, man. And you keep going, man. And you just, follow your plan, follow, your thoughts of what you say you're going to do. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all human beings, and we all going to fall, and we all going to, misread. We going to misreact. We going to, we going to get off our axis, so to speak, and we just got to get back on it, man. And we got to also have people, in your circle that, help you do that. And I mean, sometimes people say your circle, meaning, just family and friends. Sometimes it could be associates that you just cool with, and they may say something, and it may get you back live. You may go, God damn, I bet, appreciate that, and acknowledge that. Say, hey, look, man, you just said some real shit. I needed to hear that, man. People appreciate that, because I feel like, my pastor say all the time that we're here to, collectively be with each other and help each other get better, right? In so many words. And, everybody who gets better, they got to help somebody else get better and keep going, vice versa. And that's kind of their motto at my church. And that's cool. But I feel like that should be the motto in life, period, though. Trying to help people be better, not tearing them down, not trying to, jack they light because they light brighter than yours or whatever the case may be. I just feel like it's nonsense, and we at an age now where we got to grow up and be better than that. And I'm just speaking to the people who might be going through that specifically in terms of not allowing your light to diminish. Don't do that. Don't let your light diminish. Continue to shine bright. Continue on your path. Continue your plan. Work it. It's one thing to tell people that you fucked up and you mad at you this way and you don't know what the fuck you need to do, versus you being fucked up, you being mad, you being upset, but you got a motherfucking plan and you got a way of navigating to get out of what you in. That's the important part, right? And so when people hear that, people attach to that. People say, "Oh, this nigga really tried. Let me help this nigga." And people start calling you, emailing you, texting you, telling you certain things, telling you to show up at certain things so you can network or whatever the case may be. Getting you in touch with people that you can put on your podcast. People inboxing you like, "Hey, I see that you, I got this story about my son. He got killed. Can you help me? Yeah, I bet I'm gonna read through and then would you mind being on my show?" Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you start getting people that you don't even know that's gonna come help you shine bright. I'm telling y'all, don't let nobody diminish your light. You gonna be fucked up for like 2.2 seconds, but don't stay there long, man. After 3 seconds, 3.3, let's get back to brightness, man. Let's get back to shining, man. 6th man, y'all be better than you were yesterday, man. Be easy.